Hey, what's up, guys? It's the Holy Hair Cross here, and I am coming at you with my very first draft league draft breakdown. And this was just a couple of guys off my league chat, and we had the first overall pick in the draft. And I thought if I could take a versatile mon that can hit really hard, set up, it's not really for offensive, and probably one of the best megas in draft league format. And what did I pick? Megalopunny. Megalopunny is like decently versatile with agility, baton pass for setup. It can get drain punch for recovery. Not really gonna run it special, but it does get a lot of special moves like Blizzard and Ice Beam. It can run Fake Out for priority as well as Quick Attack. No Mock Punch, which is kind of annoying, but it's still good. It gets the Elemental Punches, and it gets Return Frustration to hit very hard on the physical side with Normal type. It gets Drain Punch and HJK to hit very hard on the physical side. And like I said, the Elemental Punches will be very useful as its speed stat is through the roof, and I can just run max speed to outspeed most things. Like, it's insane. And if I really wanted to, I could run like Sleep Talk Rest or even like Magic Coat if I really wanted to, but probably not going to happen. More of an offensive Pokemon here. Uh, and yeah, that wraps it up. But let's just take a quick look at the stats. 136 base attack with 31 IVs. That can be insane. Max attack, max IVs, max speed. It's pretty much outspeeding anything. Greninja, all those fast mons. It's crazy. It's got a decent, surprisingly, it's got a decent amount of natural bulk in 94 defense and 94 special defense, but again, it's mostly going to be used for like a pretty fast, hard hitting mon, and its identity on this team is going to be Shifu from Kung Fu Panda. Our next pick was I need a fairy type, and I didn't really want Flable, even though it would be nice to have rocks. And you're gonna see a little bit later that I don't have the most great rock setters, but I do get this very versatile offensive defensive mon in Sylveon. Now, this thing is insane. It hits super hard like Specs Hyper Voice. Or even it could be AV with 4 attacks. It could be Rocky Helmet, run physically defensive. It could be run specially defensive. I can run Baton Pass, Calm Mind. I can run Heal Bell, Wish for support. I can go dual screens, Moonblast, Shadow Ball, anything. I can, if I really wanted to, I could run Toxic Stall, and this its special defense stat is through the roof. I think this was a great overall pick to pair with Megalopunny, as it can take the special hits very well. I mean, I could run max defense to avoid like Psyshock, but yeah, it's I think it's a very good member for our team, but yeah, it's looking pretty good. And our next pick was the huge, versatile threat known as Jirachi. Jirachi's great with String Gaze ability, Iron Head for flinch. You can run Meteor Mash for 40% chance to boost your stats. You can run Ice Punch for the 20% freeze. You can run Scarf. You can run Life Orb. You can run Rocky Helmet if you want to go defensive. With base 100 across the board, there's no telling what this thing is capable of. But I can tell because I drafted it. This thing can run special with Draco Meteor, Dazzling Gleam, Ancient Power to hit most things. It can run Ice Punch, like I said, to try to get that cheeky freeze off. It could go Power Up Punch to get an attack boost, and then maybe even set up dual screens and maybe run like even a bulkier set with Toxic, Stealth Rock, and uh, and Sub if I want to set up, which is great. U-turn for momentum, wish for recovery. It's awesome. And sorry about my opponents. They're probably gonna have to deal with a lot of flinching and a lot of freeze if I decide to run Ice Punch. A lot of paras if I decide to run like T-Bolt or like Thunder. And yeah, I could even run a Scarf variant to with Trick to take down those big annoying walls. Like I said, U-turn for momentum and base 100's class board really means it can do anything. It fills out a role for a rocker, a steel type, a psychic type, which I probably won't pick up later on in the draft, but it's overall a great mon. Next up, my first tier 2 pick. This I really wanted to get something that hits super hard. And my plan was going into the draft was to get higher tiers that have good bulk but can hit really really hard, and then lower down the tiers I would grab some really good bulk. And my tier 2 pick was Entei. Yeah, it's been moved down to UU, but it gets one move that can change the name of the game, and that is Sacred Fire. With a 50% burn chance, Sacred Fire can be great for burning threats like Mega Swampert, which was drafted, Lando I, Lando T, uh, stuff that hits really hard on the physical side, anything. I can run Choice Bandit if I really, really wanted to hit super hard. I've been messing around with this Life Orb 3 attack sub variant, which is very fun, and a Rocky Helmet physically defensive Entei can put in so much work in the OU tier. And if I can work it around my opponent's team, it can be great. And if I really wanted to get shaky, I could run that Caliente set that Gym Leader Geo ran a couple seasons back in the GBA. But I don't think I'm going to run that very often. So, my next pick, I needed some bulk, and I thought a bulky water would be very good on this team. Milotic, I wasn't really thinking that, but I also wanted more momentum, so I picked up the washing machine himself, Rotom Wash. This thing mostly is going to be a defensive role as well as a pivotal role. Like with Volt Switch, it can hit very hard, as well as Hydro Pump and Pain Split for recovery. I can run Life Orb, I can run Lefties, I can run Scarf, I can run AV if I really wanted to. I can run Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball, Hex, Will-O-Wisp could be good as well. I can run Trick, Scarf. I can run T-Wave. I can run Sucker Punch, which I probably won't because its attack is not the best. I can run Rest, Sleep, Talk. I can run Protect, Light Screen, Reflect. I can run a whole array of sets on this thing. I think a lot of people think of Rotom as does one thing. It gets momentum, hits hard with a special move, either like Will-O-Wisp or Pain Split or T-Wave, anything like that. But I think I can really utilize Rotom Wash in this draft league. With great stats, great natural bulk at 107s, and then 105 special attack. Probably won't be using it as physical attacker, as its attack is really bad. But the only letdown to this mon is that its HP has not been the best. But I think I can still make it work. I can run Scarf to outspeed stuff. On a surprising, just like to surprise my opponent if it has a really hard hitting fire or rock or ground type. But yeah, I think this thing is gonna make a great part, be a great part of this team. And my next pick was one of the bulkiest mons in some of the lower tiers, and I thought it'd be great because I still needed a dark type, and it's very bulky on the special side. And that mon is Umbreon. Yes, it is in the RU tier, but it is very good. I can run Taunt to get rid of rocker leads or anything like that. I can run Rocky Helmet if I really wanted to run defensive, but this is probably going to fall into mostly of a especially a defensive role, depending on my opponent. But I can fix around that and see how that works. But yeah, I think this mod will be great. It gets multiple coverage moves. I can run Baton Pass. I can run Dark Pulse if I wanted to, but probably not. I can run Heal Bell. I could run Moonlight to get recovery, Pursuit Trap to hit something like the Lotties, or Toxic Wish Stall with Taunt and Sucker Punch. But this is going to round off our first 6 mods of the draft. So I did name my Megalopunny, and I'm going to go back and name my previous 5 mods. My Sylveon will be known as Cotton, as it's very lovable. And Jirachi is Flinch Lord. Entei, my boy Decisions. Actually, nah. Let's go with Sombrero. I like that. We'll think about that one. It's not the best name for an Entei, but go with Rotom Wash, naming after A-Drive Season 6 Rotom. We're gonna go with Voltergeist. I think that's a very solid name. Umbreon with A-Drive's season 2 4G team. I'm going to go with Luna. Probably will be shiny most games. I don't know if it's going to be anything else. But that rounds off our first 6 mods. And now let's move right on ahead to our next mods. So what I was thinking next is I really needed some more physical bulk. So I grabbed a grass type, which I didn't previously have, and a good, nice knockoff user, earthquake user, leech seed, anything you want. And that is the ramen god himself, a Tangrowth. He can run AV with knockoff, earthquake, Giga Drain, whatever you want. He can run Life Orb, he can run lefties, he can run Leech Seed, he can run Rocky Helmet, which might be used quite a bit this season. He can get knockoff, which is a very viable move. Pain Split for recovery as well as rest. And Sleep Powder is a great move. Synthesis for recovery as well. He also gets a great ability in Regenerator to get some health back once it's switched out. And its great physical bulk will allow me to take all the physical hits on from my opponent with a great HP stat of 100. It can be run special attacking, physical attacking. It can be Scarf, probably not because speed is quite atrocious. And yeah, I think this will be a great addition to the team. So next up, our Mon. This was actually my last pick, but it's still a tier 3 because I had enough points to grab this Mon after I had my tier 4 and 5 picks. And I really needed some better hazard removal, which I didn't have previously, so I grabbed a great versatile Mon, as in Crobat. This thing can go bulky with Defog, Roost, Toxic, and Heat Wave. It can be run special, it can be run physical. Probably going to be run more physical. It can be run Acrobatics Flying Gem. It can be run Dark Pulse with Haze to get rid of stat changes. I can run Nasty Plot. I can run Leech Life for recovery. I can Pursuit Trap. Many psychic types. I can run Shadow Ball with Roost for recovery. Super Fang to break down big walls. U-turn for momentum. Whirlwind to force out setup sweepers, unless I'm not running Haze, which I'll probably run Haze since it's not negative priority. I can run Taunt for leads. I can run Tailwind to speed up things like Tangrowth, to speed up things like Jirachi if he has like a if my opponent has a Greninja that can take me out. I can run Rest Sleep Talk. I can run Priority with Quick Attack. I can run many, many things with Crobat, and I'm very happy with this pick. Now, we're down to our last couple picks, and let me just check real quick because I'm not 100% sure on our last couple picks. And our last two picks, as you saw there, is our Tier 4 pick, a Dragon type that we really desperately needed with a great ability, excuse me, in Rough Skin. And it can run Rough Skin Rocky Helmet, and that is not Garchomp, I wish, but it is going to be Druddigon from the MU tier. I can run Rough Skin Rocky Helmet with this. I can run Lumberry Outrage. I can run Dragon Tail to get setup sweepers up and out. I can run Aqua Tail. I can run multiple coverage moves. Probably won't be running special, even though it gets a plethora of special moves. I can run Glare for Paralyze. I can run Gunk Shot for those pesky fairies after I hit them up with a Glare and Outspeed. I can run Scarf. I can run Power Up Punch, Rest, Sleep Talk, and probably some other coverage moves. This also gives me a better reliable rocker than Rachi. And I can run. It's mostly gonna fall into a defensive role, and I really liked how this Pokemon is probably gonna be used on this team. And what I also love is he gets Taunt, so I have a rocker with Taunt who can stop the other team's rocker with its own move pool. And my last and final pick will be one of the most overlooked Pokemon in Tier 5, I think, and that's Piloswine. Yes, it's mostly overlooked by its evolution, Mamoswine. It still has great stats, and if you throw an Eviolite on this thing with Thick Fat, excuse me, it'll be great. You can run Earthquake, Freeze Dry for water types. You can run Ice Shard for priority. You can run Light Screen Reflect if you really wanted to. I can run Roar for setup sweepers. Gives me another rocker. Toxic User. Stone Edge for many flying types, which is going to make it great. And Superpower, which not a lot of players know about because it's mostly run on Mamoswine, and Piloswine's not usually run that often. And let's just make sure that we got all our Mons, and then we can end this off. Okay, that looks good. Well, thank you so much for listening. That is going to end it off. I am the Holy Heracross, and I'll catch you guys later.